Hey there guys, it's Jonathan Edwards from LacrosseGoalieTips.com, and I got a couple quick questions here. We're going to fire off some videos today. First question comes from Brad. Brad's wondering why he's giving up so many shots through the 5-hole. The 5-hole is the spot between your legs. So 5-hole was given by hockey goalies years ago. There was a coach, and I can't remember his name at this point, but who basically gave numbers to all the spots that the goalie had to care about the most, and number 5 was between the legs. So my first question to Brad was, how tall are you? And so his response was about 5'6". Now that's about how tall I was in high school. Not necessarily short, but not necessarily tall either. And when you get into your stance, you tend to feel like you're giving up a lot of net kind of above the shoulders, above the head. So what we tend to do as a shorter goalie is we tend to stand up pretty tall. I've even seen tall goalies do this. They stand up kind of upright, their weight's a little bit back on their heels because they're concerned about all the space that they're giving up kind of above them. Whereas what happens then is when you're standing up and you're a little tall and you're on your heels, getting down to those low shots are tougher, especially if your hand position is closer to your face. If your hand position is further out, it tends to bring you forward just a little bit, brings you a little bit more of an aggressive stance. The cue that I like to kind of keep in mind is I want you to be in a position where if I told you to sprint, that you'd be able to sprint straight ahead without any real hesitation. That is kind of the stance, the position we want to be in. That's the stance that allows you to be aggressive moving to the ball. Now, if you are finding that you are giving up a lot of shots between the 5-hole, it's probably because you're just standing up a little bit higher than most. Because as you know, the 3 keys are, can you see the ball, do you know where it's going, and then can you move to it? If there's a hesitation when you're moving to it caused by physical weakness or just your inability to get down there fast enough, you got to kind of look at that critically. The other thing that I ask a lot of goalies is, well, how many shots are you giving up upstairs? If they feel like they're giving up a lot of shots upstairs, how many shots do you feel you're giving up upstairs? And then what you really need to do is get some video of yourself in a game scenario and see, okay, am I giving up a lot upstairs or am I not? And because my guess is you're probably not giving as much upstairs as you think you are. So your position, getting up, getting tall in the cage, is then putting you in a compromised position to get down to those low shots, especially to the 5-hole. The other thing to consider is on low shots, I made a decision kind of early on that I didn't want to try to, or I wasn't able to save the ball real easy. I wasn't able to like pick those balls out of the air. So you've heard me talk about this before about getting ugly. What you want to do is when you see the shooter stick take a motion that you know that ball is coming low, you want to just get down onto the ball. You want to drop your butt, drop your hands, get down over the ball. And this takes a lot of leg strength to do that, but you want to fire down to the ball and what I call save the space. You don't want to worry about trying to pick that ball clean, try to catch it clean. You just want to get down there, get something down there, get your feet, you know, you're going to step forward with either your left or your right leg, whichever's more comfortable. You're going to fire down to it. You're probably going to make a lot more saves kind of off your shin, off your foot. Can't tell you how many saves I've made I dropped my butt and my shorts. The ball bounced and caught the back of my shorts. My butt was so low, okay? So you want to be thinking about getting down on that ball, making those saves, and getting ugly over the save. You don't want to, these aren't pretty. Those low shots are not pretty, and they're easier to save than you think. But I think if you back it up and look at your base stance, you'll probably find that you're standing up a little bit tall because you're worried about what you're giving up upstairs. Then that's compromising your ability to get down to those low shots. So what I suggest, lower your stance a little bit, be a little bit more aggressive in stance. Think about being in a position where you could sprint forward at the ball, and then you'll probably be in a better position to make more of those saves down low. So good luck with that. That's saving shots for the 5-hole.